In the previous modules, you have programmed all the motions, waypoints, set commands, wait commands, and set payload commands needed for this application. In this module, you will learn how to control the conveyors by using a thread, and you will program all the commands needed to stop and start each of the conveyors. What is a thread? You can think of a thread as a separate robot program that is run parallel with the main program. Let's create a thread to control the left conveyor. To insert a thread, start by clicking the Advanced menu to the left of the program tree. Then click the Thread button. A thread is inserted below the main program. The first command to insert in the thread is a set command that starts the left conveyor. Click the Basic menu to the left of the program tree, and click the Set button. Next, select Set Digital Output in the command window, and select Conveyor 1 in the first drop-down menu. Then select High in the second drop-down menu. The thread now starts the conveyor. The next step is to wait for the workpiece to reach the end of the conveyor. Click the Wait button, and wait for digital input. Select Sensor 1 in the first drop-down menu, and select High in the second drop-down. The thread now waits for the workpiece to reach the sensor. When the sensor is activated, you can use a Set command to stop the conveyor. Click the Set button, and select Set Digital Output in the command window. Select Conveyor 1 in the first drop-down menu, and leave the second drop-down at Low to stop the conveyor. Now the thread has to wait for the robot to pick the workpiece and the sensor turning low. Click the Wait button, and wait for digital input. Select Sensor 1 in the first drop-down menu, and leave the second drop-down at Low. The thread now waits for the robot to pick the workpiece, and then the thread will be executed from the top again. Since the thread doesn't contain any commands that take physical time, such as a move command, you need to add a sync command at the end to avoid runtime errors. The sync command tells the main program that the thread is complete. To insert a sync command, click the Advanced menu to the left of the program tree, and the Script button. Then click the Expression field, and the Keyboard button. Type in the sync command and click Submit. When you start the program, the main program and the thread will start executing simultaneously, but completely independent of each other. Click the Play button to start the program. The thread starts the conveyor and stops it when the sensor is activated. When the sensor turns low, the thread is at the end and starts over again. To control the right conveyor, you'll need another thread, but controlling this conveyor is a bit trickier since there is no sensor to tell the robot when the workpiece has been placed in the cardboard box. Instead of a sensor, the robot can send a signal to the thread by using a variable. What is a variable? You can think of a variable as a container. It can store both text and numbers. Each variable has a unique name, which you can think of as a label. The robot can replace the content with other content, or modify it by adding values, or subtracting values. To send a signal to the thread, we'll use a variable that has two values, true and false. When the robot has placed the workpiece in the box, the main program sets the variable to true, and when the thread has read the true value, the thread sets the variable to false again. To do this, start by clicking waypoint 6 in the program tree, and then click the Assignment button to the left of the program tree. The Assignment command assigns a value to a variable. Next, click the Edit icon to change the name of the variable. Change the name to Inbox. then click the Expression field and the True button. Finish by clicking Submit. When the robot has placed the workpiece in the box and moved to waypoint 6, it sets the inbox variable to true. When you use a variable in a program, you have to assign a starting value to the variable before starting the program. To do so, click Robot Program in the top of the program tree, and click the checkbox Set Initial Variable Values. Select the Inbox variable in the drop-down menu, and click the Expression field. Then click False and Submit. The variable is now set to false when the program starts. Here is the second thread and all the commands needed to control the right conveyor. You can use the variable value and the wait command to tell the thread when the workpiece is in the box. Now, configure all the yellow commands so the conveyor starts and stops at the right time. Click the first Set command and set Conveyor 2 to High to start it. Next, configure the Wait command to wait for Sensor 2 turning high. When the cardboard box is in place, use the Set command to turn off the conveyor. Now the thread has to wait for the inbox variable, changing to true, before starting the conveyor. When the workpiece has been placed in the box, use the Set command to turn on the conveyor again. When the cardboard box starts moving again, Sensor 2 will continue to be activated for a little while, so you have to wait for Sensor 2 to turn low before the thread is repeated from the top. You have set up all the commands in the thread correctly. Well done!